Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's solve the problem concatenation of consecutive binary numbers. So given an integer n, return the decimal value of the binary string formed by concatenating the binary representation of 1 to n in order modulo 10 raised power 9 plus 7. So when n is 1, then we have only one number 1 to 1. So if we convert into binary is also 1, then back to decimal is 1. So we have to return 1. When n is 3, so let's understand over here. So when n is 3, then we will have 3 numbers like 1, 2 and 3. So we first, like brute forcefully, what we can do, we first convert these to all number into the binary number. So 1 in 1, 2 in binary is 1 0, 3 in binary is 1 1. Then we concatenate this number binary representation of all these number in order like 1 1 0 1 1. So when we get this binary string, after that we will convert it into a decimal. So how we convert into decimal number? We start from the least significant weight over here, take this value into 2 raised power 0, and when we go from right to left, every time we increase the power of 2 raised power 1. So plus, so this is for last one, then second we have another one, 1 into 2 raised power 1. So this is 1 here, then add 0 into 2 raised power 2 plus 1 into 2 raised power 3 and the last which is 1 into 2 raised power 4. So if you see, this is, so this number is 16, this one is 8, this one is 0 as we are multiplying by 0, and this is 2 and this is 1. So if we add this, this will give us 27, which is the answer we have to return. So if you go brute forcefully, like convert into everything into binary, then concatenate, make as a big string, then convert back into the decimal, that will be too big binary string. As we can see, the n is 10 raised power 5, and if you convert all the binary number, there can be worst case all the number can go into like 32-bit representation. So it's, this string will be very big, like 32 plus like concatenated every time. So this is definitely timeout. So how we can do? So if you observe carefully this multiplication, so let's bracket over here. If you see this last one, so we can say this is 3 itself, correct? Now let's see this. What is this? So what we can do, we can take out 2 power 2 is a common in this 2 multiplication. So what we can do, 1 into 2 plus 0 into 2 power 2, correct? Then, and this one is 1 into 2 power 4. So this we can write again, this is 2. So 2 into 2 raised power 2 plus 3, the number itself, and plus here 1 into 2 raised power 4. Then we can again take the common in these two, like 2 raised power 2. So we can write over here like 1 into 2 raised power 2 plus 2 into 2 raised power 2 and plus the last number 3. So if you see, there is a pattern. So this is our number, ith number, like 1, and over here 2, then over here 3. So what we are doing here, every time we are multiplying a some power like 2 raised power some power. So this power, what is, how this power is coming? So this power is coming whenever we are adding the number which the next number, the size of this number in binary. So if we convert 2 in binary, which is 1 0, so the length of this number in binary is 2. Similarly, length of 3 in binary is 1 1, which is 2. So that's the reason this is 2 power 2 we multiply here. Once we sum up these two, then overall we are adding the new number 3. So this is the final, we multiply this number sum by. So what we can do for solving this, we start from, so let's understand here. So we start a loop, for loop from I is equals to 1 to n, and initialize a sum variable from 0. So we start adding sum. So sum is equals to sum plus the value we are getting I, the current value, and before that we will multiply the sum by math power of 2 power the length of bit representation of the current I. So if we convert this, so this will be like over here. So first we add the 1 initially, the 0, like 0 into 2 power 0, this becomes, so when n I equals to 1, so sum will become 0, initially 0, so this is 0 plus 1, then like in the end we also add the I over here, and then next step when I is equal to 2, so sum will become, so 1 into 2 raised power 2 plus 2, then when I is equal to 3, so this will give us 6, and this will become 6 into 2 raised power 2 plus 3, which is 27, and we also take the modulo. So you can pause the video and try to code yourself. So here is the code for the same approach which I explained over here. You can check, compare with your code. And what will be the time complexity of this solution? As you can see, this for loop we are running O of n time, O of n, then n multiplied, like, so this is a way to get the length of binary representation. There is a library method in integer class, and there are in Java in integer class, but in C++ and Python is also their method. So you can use them if you are writing code in C++ and Python. Then after that we take the length of this binary represented string and multiplied power of 2. So there is other way you can calculate this, like we can take log of I base 2 which plus 1. This will also give the length of in the binary representation of I, and in Java you can divide this into log of I base 10 divided by log of 2 base 10. So that's it. This is another way to get the length of binary representation. And here, like when we calculate the length of binary, or you can write your simple method like keep dividing I until you reach to the 0 and count the how many time you are dividing. So that is another way. So this will become log of n. Can we further optimize it? So let's see how we can further it. So every time when we write the binary representation of let's say 1 is 1, 2 is 1 0, 3 is 1 0, oh sorry 1 1, 4 is 1 1, 1 0 0, 5 is 1 0 1. So if you see, the length of this is same 2 and length of this is 1 and 0 is 0. So here, and length of after that till the 7, so 7 will be 1 1 1 1 1 is 3. So whenever we get the number of exact power of 2, the length will increment by 1 from the previous length. So what we will do, we have to find out whether the current I is a power of 2. If it is a power of 2, we will keep a length variable and increase by 1 when we get the number I is as a power of 2. How we will check the I is a power of 2? So there is a problem in LeetCode itself, like check whether n is a power of 2. You can try that problem as well. I have also video solution, you can search in my channel. I will try to put the link as well. So let's understand how we will get the power of 2. So if any x, the number x, we want to check whether this is a power of 2 or not, what we can do, we will take x minus 1 and bitwise AND with x and check if this result equals to 0, then the x is a power of 2. How? Let's see this 4 itself here. So in binary, 4 is 1 0 and then 4 minus 1 is 3. So binary representation of 3 is 1 1. Now if we do the bitwise AND of this, so x bitwise AND with x minus 1, so this is 0 actually 1 0 0 and the 3 is 1 1. So now if we do bitwise AND, this will become 0 0 0. So hence this number 4 is a power of 2. So let's see, take another number 3 now. So when I take 3, so 3 is in binary 1 1, 2 in binary is 1 0, then if I take this, this will give me 1 and 0, which is not 0, hence 3 is not power of 2. So this is a way we can easily calculate by using bitwise operators. So here is a list, like you can say this is like 15, first 15 number in the binary represented here, and then n minus 1 over here, and n bitwise end with n minus 1 is this. So this is star representing these numbers are exact perfect power of 2. So how we will use this approach? So let's start coding. I will explain all this step here now because it's not that complex. So once you got rough idea, so first let's define the modulo. 1 in 10 raised power 7 9 plus 7. Now we need a sum. So this sum is like from long, because there might be the case where int overflow can happen. So is always good when you are using modulo operator, use the variable like counter thing or summable thing, whatever you are doing in your problem, as a long variable, and also define length. This is like for tracking the length of binary representation. Now start again the same for loop from I is equal to 1 and go until n I plus plus. Now first we will check whether current I and bitwise end with I minus 1 is power of 2 or not. So here we will check. If it is 0, which means it is a power of 2, then we will increase length by 1. So now what we will do, this sum is equals to, first of all we will shift that many bits, this length. So let me explain this. For this example here again 3, when we have 3, so initially I is 1. So for I is 1, our sum is initial 0 and the length is also 0. So length first we can encounter 1 is a power of 2. Yes, so length will become 1. Length will become 1. Now we will shift 0 by 1 bit. So 0 is this here, and we will shift this length, left shift by length time, and then do bitwise or with the I, current I. So this becomes 0 and the bitwise, and so sum after this will become 1. Now when I is 2, in that case length will become 2, because 2 is also power of 2. So now first we shift 1 by left shift 2. So this become 1 0 0. Now we do bitwise or with 1 0, which is a binary representation of 2. So this will give us 1 1 0. Similarly, when I is 3, then length is still 2, we will shift 1 1 0, left shift by 2, then bitwise or with 1 1. So this become 1 1 0 1 1. So which is the binary string, concatenated binary string, as I showed in initially the explanation. So hence we will get the answer. So let's convert this into the sum. Now sum left shift bitwise, like left shift by length times. Once we do left shift, then we do bitwise or with the current I, and then take the modulo of all everything, take the modulo of this whole with the mod we defined here. So now once we done everything, after that we just return int of sum. So that's let's try to compile the first code and we will test few custom test cases. So the first one is getting passed. Let's try to see for 3, for 5, or some big number 12. Let's see. So we are getting correct answer. Now we can submit this solution. So it got accepted. So what will be the time complexity of this solution? So the time complexity, as we are doing just bitwise operations, which is takes constant time, hence we reduce the log n factor in our previous solution. So the time complexity of this solution is O of n, and space complexity is O of 1. If you like this solution, hit the like button and do revise the bitwise operators. These are very important in some problems. Thanks for watching.